Biden's tax plan could have a big tax bomb for divorcing couples. We all know bits and pieces about the proposal, but many individuals haven't thought about how could it impact someone who's going through divorce. Well, let me lay out what the changes are, and then we'll take it into how you need to prepare if you're thinking about going through or are post divorce. Well, the number one change that most people are talking about is the hike from the current 37% at the highest income tax rate to 39.6%. The second biggest change that can have a big impact on divorcing couples is a near doubling of the long term capital gain rate. Right now, the capital gain rate is at a 20%, with a potential of having to pay the 3.8% Obama surcharge. But that is drastically lower than the proposal. Biden's proposing to increase that, as I mentioned, a near doubling up to that 39.6%, so that long term capital gains and income would be taxed the same. Well, it's not for everyone. The individual subject to that high tax bracket for long term capital gains are only going to be those with incomes over a million. Now, I'm sure many of you are sighing relief that's not me, but it could be. And this is why divorcing couples need to pay attention. There are two very common occurrences that could put you in that $1 million plus income. Number one, if you're selling the primary home, which many divorcing couples do. So if that is on the docket, you may want to sell that home and realize those proceeds before these rules are enacted. And number two, many divorcing couples, once they split the investments between him and her, go ahead and sell and rebalance to make sure that their investment portfolio is really invested the appropriate way for them as a newly single person. That too could create a lot of gains. Let's say you bought a portfolio for $300,000 and it's gone up to $600,000. That 300,000 in gain is going to go on top of your income potentially, putting you in that $1 million bracket. While it sounds good, no one with Biden's proposal wants to be part of the millionaires club. So while the future of Biden's proposal is unknown, what we do know is this: that couples planning to split assets, sell assets, need to think about the tax benefits before they sell, not after. And if you can essentially move your divorce a little faster to the finishing line before these proposals go in, that's great. But if you can't, talk about working together to sell those high tax assets to try and do that when we've got much, much lower capital gains for you now. If you have any questions about many of the things I talked about, or any planning and strategies that you should be thinking about going through and after divorce, please reach out to us. At Francis Financial, we are one of the top divorce financial planning firms in the country, and happy to sit down for a free consultation to make sure that you're on track, have all the information you need. You can reach out to me at Stacy, Stacy, at francisfinancial.com. And you can also visit our website. It has so much information for you, www.francisfinancial.com.